Welcome back. Um, I've managed to fix my issue from the previous video, so we are back up and running. This again is the Let's Play for Pool of Radiance on PC. Um, and as you saw last video, we had a TPK, total party kill. That last battle is actually one of the tougher ones early on in the game. So what we're going to do is we're going to bypass that for now. I mean, it's not that we have to fight it right this minute. So we're going to go get a little stronger. And what we'll do... Oh wait, I need to redo my spells, because we are going to want at least a couple sleeps. And like I said, rooms we've previously done I can rest in like that, so see here, he had the... I think I am going to go back though to just one sleep spell on each. So sure, okay. And we'll go ahead and, as always, save it. This next set will give us some more treasures and a few other items here. You're being avoided by some lizard men. We're gonna wait. We'll let them avoid us. We cannot totally clear the plaza right now, so why worry about it? But we are going to come down here. The lizardman leads a pack of giant lizards on patrol before a door that has been nailed closed. Seeing you, the monsters attack. Okay, we're going to go ahead and... Okay, yeah, we got one, which is okay. Okay, yeah. See, this is where the monsters' hit dice are high enough that we may or may not be able to hit them. Or may or may not get sleep to work with it. In this case, we couldn't. Okay. Okay, so we'll move him. Whoops. Oh, and I actually messed that up. I should have used his bow, but We got far enough away from the party that it's targeting them first. Whoop. There we go. Whoops, hit the wrong button. Alrighty. So we got 99 XP and no treasure off of them. But the door has been nailed shut. Will you force it open? Yes. A wide-eyed woman is seated at a rug entry. She stands. Greetings, you old ones. I have long awaited your coming. My time here is short, for the world enters a new age. An evil spirit from an unholy pool guides your enemies. It hides behind a fair countenance. Be not deceived with that. The woman is gone. Now we're going to search in here. Beneath a rug, you find a compartment containing arms and armor. Do you take them? Oh, yes. Each character receives 533 XP. So, I do know there is some bracers. There's also a quarterstaff and some banded mail that we're going to go ahead and take. And in this case, we're going to give it to Gronal. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead and get my sleep spell rememorized. Oh wait, actually before we do this, we got both our mages are ready, our main mages are ready to go up a level. So we'll go ahead and do this. And we're at second level, so we're going to go with Stinking Cloud on both of them. That's a very beneficial spell. And we can go ahead and scribe the strength spell. So we want the sleep and Stinking Cloud. Stinking Cloud can affect some monsters that the sleep spell won't. It makes them less likely to hit, and if they fail their saving throw, it can actually work like a hold or a sleep where they are unable to act. Oh, okay, yeah. This is an area where we can't just rest. Okay, which is fine. We are going to go ahead and save it. And so what we'll do here is we'll go back to the slums. Okay. Now we'll go ahead and do the same thing here. Okay. So we're going to that spot marked Kudos Well, or where you said Kudos Well. You surprised a party of gnolls. Wait, a lot of times they'll flee if you wait. Yeah. Okay. Monsters from the surrounding buildings attack you. Well, okay. So, here we go. We took out those monsters. We got nothing to worry about. Got 16 XP off of that. And 192 copper, 6 silver. Not bad for a small group of kobolds. A band of kobolds climbs from the well and attacks. You know, there's something about this. These kobolds don't want us to in there. Okay. Okay, 16 more XP. Some more copper and silver. And same general thing. Do you want to climb down? Yes. Do you want to climb up the rungs? No. So we're going to turn here, and we got a door. I am going to go ahead and do my encamp fix here. This way everybody's got their hit points back. I'm not going to worry about the one spell. You pass into hidden category. Okay. See if anybody gets hit. Alright. Basically what happened here is a bunch of arrows got shot at the group. Fortunately this time they all missed. I've had sometimes they miss. Other times I've had where taking a decent amount of damage. So we are going to save it. Okay. Now I'm going to cast the bless spell. Like I said, that's gonna help our attack rolls and everything. You're surrounded by the band of the infamous Norse the Grey. You dare to invade my halls? Surrender or die. What do? Of course I'm gonna fight. So. Go ahead and... I know that I didn't get as many as I could have, but okay. Oh, yeah, he got hit, so I can't cast this round. So, the Seeking Cloud is a short range spell. We'll put it right there. Okay. Okay, yeah, that starts to cough that just happened there. That's, where they take a penalty to hit, uh, that sort of thing. Okay, yeah, we're going to try to hold. Okay. I'm going to delay his attack here. Okay. There we go. Alright, got 208 XP. For money, got 288 copper, or 18 silver. So, we're going to go ahead and detect magic. And we got a longsword. So we'll give that to Quran. On the leader's body, you find a curious message that you place in your journal as entry 50. Now, these journal entries, whoops, I have in here, I can select them. And an official looking notice. Assemble a group of at least 30 of your followers. Meet up with a hobgoblin assault force at the small docks to the west of town. You and your group will be under the command of the hobgoblin leader. Upon completion of the mission, you will be rewarded with food, treasure, and many slaves. Signed, the boss. Scribbled on the back of these orders is Norris the Grey's unsent reply to the boss. I will never follow the orders of a hobgoblin. I don't go on missions until I know exactly what we are supposed to do. And I don't go on missions for an unknown amount of food, treasure, and slaves. I do go on missions where I am in command, where I know exactly what the target is, and where I know exactly how much I'll get paid. Don't send me another order until you can meet my terms. Signed, Norris the Grey. You've defeated the dreaded bandit gang and rid Flan of a great evil. The honest settlers will cheer your deeds. You've also taken possession of a hideout in which you may rest undisturbed from the rigors of your questing. Which means I can rest here anytime I want. Matter of fact, that's what we're going to do now. I'm going to go ahead and use magic here to heal a little bit. Oh, messed up. Wanted to hit cast there. Okay. So, and yeah, I'll do the 9 days. Give me a chance to get a drink here. Alrighty. Save, and we'll save F. Alrighty. So, now we're not done in here, because we come up here. You have found the bandit's treasure. Do you take it? Of course. We get 867 experience points for that. Okay, so there was no magic in this one, or no items, but we got 2,300 silver. We got 92 gold and 20 gems. Now this treasure is actually random. You can get money. Sometimes you can get items. It's really one of those you never know. I was kind of hoping for a specific item, and if you look, we have our cleric and Noreliath are both ready to go up a level. Brield is now level 4, plus 10 hit points. Thaco improved now. Saving throws improved. He now gets an extra spell per day in the first level and an extra second level spell, I believe. Now Noreliath is now a stronger fighter. 5 hit points, and his Thaco improved by 1 spot, which is very beneficial. We'll go ahead and memorize my spells that he gets. We'll go ahead and give him another Cure Light. On this, though, we are going to grab a Spiritual Hammer. That'll basically allow him to cast a spell and get a missile weapon. You know, a war hammer, basically. Save again. Now we're going to go back to town. The yeah, easy for me to say. The block is not cleared yet, but some bloodthirsty gnolls. Well, we'll fight those. We'll get as many of these as we can. You know, these guys wanted to fight, so why not? Especially since our mate or our warriors could use some more another level. You know, so the more XP the better. We'll just go ahead and let this go quick. $124 XP and 144 Electrum, 9 gold or 96 gold. That's not too shabby. Okay. It didn't turn his on. Oh, yes. Okay, it's the same ones, but we're going to stop in here now. You enter the city hall. As you face down the hallway, you see a guarded door. You're outside the clerk's office. Guards posted around a door in the south wall watch you closely. At your entry, the council clerk begins looking through a stack of papers. Before I can offer you any commissions, I must see if you are due a current reward. The clerk speaks. The council has awarded a bonus for your eliminating Norris the Grey. Here is your reward. Each character gets 208 experience points. You get 250 gold, 200 platinum. That's pretty nice. On the matter of commission, I can offer the following: slums to the west, so-called keep, and rewarded books, maps, domes, everything, basically a bunch of, libraries stuff. Okay. Make sure you're aware. Yes. Pool. Okay, so that's a longsword +1. I am actually going to swap that out. I'm going to do one less on my minimum, but I'll be able to do more damage overall. Nah, I won't sell that quite yet. So we got banded mail +1. So instead of our chainmail +1, we're going to do the banded mail. What that's going to do is bring his armor class same as if I was wearing plate mail. So, we're going to need that. Just being sure I have everything accounted for here. Okay. Now he's got bracers AC 4. That's actually really nice. Now that quarterstaff is going to be problematic for us down the road, but we can still work with it. But if you look, his armor class is now -1, which for a mage is really nice. And we have 4 gold, 2,765 platinum now, 28 gems, 1 jewelry, which is nice. That's going to free up some weight. Oh, I didn't want to go here yet. I need to go, I believe it's this shop right here. Yep. I'm going to buy each person a mirror. Okay. And for right now, I think that's going to be good there. We're just going to go ahead and equip their these two's mirror, because they're not using both hands at the moment. Now you might be wondering, why a mirror? Okay. Well, we will be heading now to the library, and the mirror will be useful there. And we'll be able to get a little bit of beneficial treasure while we're at it. Okay. We are at Mendel's library. You see an empty room. Alright. Okay. We are going to remove the shield and put the mirror. Okay. We'll go ahead and camp and save. So these are the library stacks. Old and moldering books are stored on shelves. A sign over the entrance reads Rhetoric. You see a dull brown reptilian monster. He doesn't seem aware of you. We're going to fight it. This is a basilisk. The gaze of a basilisk can turn you to stone, but it's reflectable, just like a Medusa's gaze. So by getting those mirrors, we've just protected ourselves from its gaze. And we got him before he gazed. The party has won. Each character receives 541 XP. We got two potions, a cloak, and a cleric spell. Give the cloak there. Of course, the cleric's going to take the scroll, and there. Now that scroll's going to come in handy later. And we are going to go into search, because there is no real random encounters in this section. I couldn't remember if there was anything I could find in that room. Okay. So, if you remember, we have a commission for books, maps, whatever. These are the library stacks. Old moldering books are stored on shelves. Sign over the entrance reads mathematics. As you search the room, you find essays, nothing useful. There's actually quite a bit in different rooms, so. And I'm walking it right now, but you can just hit the look button and there'll be a couple different ones here. So yeah, we'll search on, but unfortunately this was a completely random whether or not you find anything, so it can take time. But if I recall, there's at least 2 books in this room. Well, okay, we'll skip that one. But up here, I know there's books. This is history. You find various books which are filled with myth. Okay. You find, again, like I said, it's kind of random. You find the Grand Historian's records of the arts of war. In it, you find a useful passage which you copy into your journal as entry 21. So, entry 21. Whoops. A crumbling old book, one of a massive series. At this time, their ruling the Twisted Ones was a powerful general named Tyranthraxus. He rode before his armies cloaked in flame and led the riders out of the waste. At his hand, the kingdom of Bars was conquered. Turning south, he led his army to conquer the Horeb and the Vane. Tyranthraxus was a cruel man and leveled all he had taken, murdering the princes of these realms. Burr, the flame that surrounded him, consumed him, destroying his body. Freed of its shell, it flew among the men of his army, lighting on each and claiming it. It was then when Baron Schult imprisoned Tyranthraxus in a vial of water which shone like the light of day. This he sank in the watery depths of the Lake Longreach, defeating the armies Tyranthraxus had raised. Do you take it? Oh yeah. Oh, I found various books. And this is actually a quest you could do multiple times. You can come back here and search some more. So, I mean, it's not. You find the history of the North is mostly written to please a royal line. However, there is an interesting passage which you copy in your journal as entry 8. A rugged popular account of the northern lands. 10 days' ride north of the Varm is a barren and dead country called the Liwai, land in pain or land of cause pain. Further to the south, this place is known as the Tortured Land. It is said to be an evil place, shunned by the riders. They speak little of this land, but yearly, during chess, they make a trip into its heart. There they go to praise the spirit of a glowing spring. This they have done for ages, and so shall they do for years to come. I wonder if that would be the same spring as Tyranthraxus was sunk in. You find Lex Geographica, an atlas drawn by Tomaris. It has a map of Flan, which, though old, still could be useful. It becomes entry 37 in your journal. Now, the maps in this journal there don't show up well, so I'm not going to be able to show you that, but I think we'll go ahead and go to the last room here for that particular search. Philosophy. You find a book titled Meditations. Do you take it? Yeah. Urgun's description of darkness. This is an account of his imprisonment in the lower realms. There is a passage of interest, which you copy as entry 19. A bound black tome written in a strange halting hand, and settled foremost in the half of minor courtiers were the lesser powers: Marum of the Great Spear, Hask, voice of Hargut, Tyranthraxus the Flamed One, Borum of the Lake of Boiling Mud, and Kamnad the Unseen. These two fell down and became servants of the great Lord Bane. Do you take it? Of course. You find Phaedrus's discourses on power. Among all the dry text, you find an interesting passage which you copy as Journal Entry 7. A tightly bound scroll seemingly immune to the ravages of time. Fountains and pools hold great power that can only be reached by performing proper ceremonies. Most sure of these is immersion, for in this way the bather surrounds himself in the spirit of the water. That spirit, or some portion of it, enters into the bather, thereby he gains great powers. Woe to the weak-willed, whose spirits are sure to be consumed by spirits that put even the strong at risk. Urix holds that the fall of Ix are greatest of all these. Morden writes that the Pool of Radiance is greater still. Later on in the book, places of magical power are not necessarily tied to one physical location. Power often moves from plane to plane along the path of least resistance. The termination of the path determines the place's location on this plane. Volatile upheavals between the planes may lead to a change in the path of least resistance. This can change where the path terminates on this plane, thus moving the place of power. Some who wield strong supernatural forces can bend the path like an engineer damming a river. When the path is bent, it can terminate in a new location, moving the place of power on this planet. If the supernatural force that bent the path is removed, the path will snap back to its original form, and the place of power will return to its original location. Such disruption can have violent and unpredictable results. Thus, interplanar upheavals and directed supernatural forces may hold the answer to the seemingly ever-changing location of places of power, such as the Pool of Radiance. Do you take that? Of course. Okay, we're going to go ahead and you enter a hall which is filled with rows of writing tables and high stools. Rotted mounds of parchment litter the floor. You have entered a storeroom full of supplies. We'll wait. They stand arms raised and surrender. They plead for mercy. One of the kobolds says, "If you spare our lives, we will tell you all we know about this area. Will you spare them?" You know what? I think we will. They describe the surrounding area to you. You listen carefully, question them, and from this sketch a map into your journal, calling it Entry 10. Again, the maps don't show up. You find a fighter with battered armor and wild eyes cowering in the corner. "Yeah, mercy, mercy!" he cries. Then he is suddenly, "Die! Die, you slime from the pit!" Let's talk with him, and we'll be nice. The man screams while frothing at the mouth. He is wrapped in fire and so cruel. You see the man is quite mad. Do you take pity and invite him to go with you? Sure. He looks real and says, "But his minions are there. He will come too." Do you insist? No, I'm not going to insist. Okay, and we're going to just go ahead and not take him. We'll ignore him. Watching you warily, he inches away. When he's out of sword's reach, he scrambles to his feet and flees the room. This room was once a study. It is now a shattered ruin. Buried amid all the trash, you see a book. Do you take it? Yes. 800 XP. Manual. Okay. And we are ready to level up again. our fighters are 14 hit points. Attack was 17 on both of them. North now hit level 2 mage. He gets 2 hit points and he gets an extra spell. Okay, now, since he already has magic missile, we got others we can choose from. And in his case, we're going to grab Burning Hands. Or, well, yeah, we'll do Burning Hands. He also managed to go up as a thief, which gives him 3 hit points, and his thieving abilities improve. So, he's become decently better. Okay. You see a ruined room. Okay, you see a jar under the floorboards. Do you take it? Oh, yes. 200 more XP. And 3 potions. Okay. We are going to save it. And there is a reason. Go ahead and make sure we are completely equipped here. Oh, that scroll we picked up here is a hold on, it has restoration, which is going to be could be handy after this battle if we aren't lucky. We are going to save it, and away we go. A specter suddenly appears before you. Thief! He says he was, I defended these books in life. So this is a specter. They can drain 1 or 2 levels if they hit you. So that's why. And you need silver or magic weapons to hit them. And I'm not entirely certain about the silver, to be honest with you. Oh, and even like there, his arrows aren't doing any damage. Okay. See, I couldn't remember if non-magic arrows fired from a magical bow counted. So each character receives 338 experience points, but no treasure. Okay, and you can camp out here, no problem. We'll get the magic back here. Okay, we'll make our way back to town here. Okay, so now Proclamation CI. Let me look that up here real quick. Be it known, the Council, knowing that commerce is the lifeblood of New Flan, has decreed that so-called keep is to be cleared of all unlawful inhabitants. A reward is offered to the person or persons who successfully carry out this commission. All interested in applying for said commission shall present themselves to the clerk of the council. So we'll have a couple rewards here. Let's see if you're doing any reward. For clearing the library, here's your reward. 208 XP, 250 gold, 200 platinum. Do we find these discourses valuable? Here's your reward. 80 platinum. Be amused by the descriptions. These maps will help us locate, so there's another 83. Amount of commissions. Slums, so-called keep, and a weapon of great power is to be auctioned to our enemies. This auction is to be held in Podal Plaza. Find out what the weapon is and return. That's all the commissions. So, oh, I didn't want to buy. I want to view. To be honest, we won't need those any mirrors for a while, so I'm gonna go ahead and sell them as we go. The Cloak of Displacement. That's going to improve his armor class by 2. It'll and the first attack on him will automatically miss. It's a very nice weapon, or very nice cloak. Okay. So, we're going to, let's see, I think we're going to go ahead and, do you want to stay? Yes. Okay, and we are going to call this video here. So thank you for joining me, and I'll be back soon with another video.